Hi, good morning. We are going to a new author, new chapter, a poem we are going to study, and that poem, De Fugue, is written by Paul Celan, a Romanian poet. He was born on 1920. He died during 1970, and just look at the gap of years. He has lived for a short period, but his life as a poet was tremendous. And the period we know it was that of World War, and it affected many lives. And Paul Celan talked about that life during World War II. Let's just look into the poet's life and some of his achievements, his career. Okay, his original name was Paul Anschel, born in Chernovitz in Romania on November 23rd, 1920. He was a son of German-speaking Jews. Celan grew up speaking several languages, including Romanian, Russian, and French. He also understood Yiddish, so many languages he was well versed with. So this German-speaking Jew, that is a greater identity during those periods, which will really trouble your life, which is going to make your life a hell of a time. So he was a German-speaking Jew, and he knew the languages Russian, French, and Romanian, and little bit of Yiddish also. And he studied medicine in Paris in 1938, but returned to Romania shortly before the outbreak of World War II. So there is a background of Romania being part of this um, Germany, who were against really Jews and who were conquering many countries, and Romania was in fear of um, you know captured by Soviet Union, so they just allied with Germany. But we know what will be the after effect when we are with Germany, and there was an ally formed by Poland, UK, France, and British dependent countries like Canada, Australia, India, New Zealand, South Africa. So many countries were against, started fighting against this Germany, Italy, Japan, that Axis countries. So this was the height of World War II, and many are going to die, and very troublesome year. During that period, he was doing this. We know from 1939 to 1945, this World War II started. So he returned to Romania shortly before the outbreak of it. His parents were deported and eventually died in Nazi labor camps. We'll talk about labor camps. How was it? You might have heard about it. This um, man called Hitler, and how devilishly he killed Jews, and how inhuman it was in concentration camps. We'll discuss it when we go to the poem. And Celan himself was interned for 18 months before escaping to the Red Army. Celan was inside a camp, so it was terrific inside an intern. It is like you know, a concentration camp. And in 1945, he moved to Bucharest and became friends with many of the leading Romanian writers of the time. So this was the period when um, communism was so vibrant in Romania, and he moved from Romania to Bucharest because his writings were a threat to the authority. He had to migrate. He worked as a reader in a publishing house and as a translator. He also began publish his own poems and translations under a series of pseudonyms. So during this period and or during under you know very um, um, powerful authority fascists, it is very difficult to write poems or creatively to do anything. This is a period when artists are haunted. They will be given no chance to escape. So many artists migrated from their places to different countries where they can pursue their career, they can live because they were hunted and killed during the World War period. Then there were so many politics going on. He also began to publish his own poems and translations under a series of pseudonyms. That is why he took different names. In 1947, he settled on the pseudonym Celan, an anagram of Ansel, the Romanian form of his surname. So at last he landed into this name, Paul Celan. He lived briefly in Vienna before settling in Paris in 1948 to study German philosophy and literature. So he moved Bucharest, then Vienna, then he finally landed in Paris in 1948 to study German philosophy and literature. He took his license de letters in 1950. So this is the degree that he got in France. So he took his license de letters in 1950. In 1952, he married the graphic artist Giselle de Lestrange, but it was for a very short period. They had a son, Rick. He was born in 1955. Celan's first book was published in 1947. So this was the year India got freedom. He received but no very little critical attention. But his second novel, when he wrote it, his second book, Moon on Gadad. So he writes it in German language. So it was translated into Poppy and Memory, and that received so much of appreciation and awards and tremendous acclaim. It helped to publish his reputation. So as a writer, he was starting his establishing as a writer. Among his most well-known and often anthologized poems from this time is Fugue of Death. So this Fugue of Death is what we are going to study, and that is a very important poem in his poetry career, in his career as a poet. So remember the name, Fugue of Death. And in 1959, we can see Celan taking a job as a reader in German language and literature at Normal Superior of the University of Paris. So he last settled in Paris and he worked there, and he worked there till his death during in 1970. He was a reader in German language in the University of Paris. His poems from this period grew shorter, more fragmented, and broken in their syntax and perceptions. We can see as this modernist poets, their poems are reflections of their life. They have been going through a very difficult time, a fragmented period. So this can be seen in their poems also. Their poems are very fragmented, broken in their syntax and perceptions. In 1960, he received a George Büchner Prize, a prize given to writers, an honorary award. During the 1960s, he published more than 6 books of poetry and gained international fame. So he was become a very famous figure internationally during 1960s. In 1970, Celan died by suicide. So he committed suicide. He is regarded as one of the most important poets to emerge from post-World War II Europe. So we can see many writers with their experiences during World War II, and Paul Celan is one of such beautiful writers who talked about the struggles and very difficult times and deaths of people lived there who are merely forgotten, who lost there are lakhs of Jews who lost their life during this World War, before World War, and uh, actually after World War they were liberated, but the number of deaths after these camps were recovered by the allies group, this we have talked about, it was so shocking, the death toll during Nazi regime. So humans, how humans can be so stupid as that is so visible in during the period of Nazi under the great dictator Hitler. You all might have heard about him. So these are some of his poetry collections. And he wrote it in Germany. I don't know the exact pronunciation of these poetry collections, but just look at the translated names. Der Sand aus den Urnen, 1948, it is The Sand from the Urns. 1952, Poppy and Memory, the second collection. 55, From Threshold to Threshold. 59, Speech Wicket, Speech Grill. 1963, The Norman's Rose. 1967, Breton. 1968, Tjörnsons, Fathom Sons. There are three different variations of the same poem. 1970, Light Duress, Light Compulsion. 1971, Snowpad. Of course, he died in 1970. So this Snowpad and Timestead. It is Timestead. Okay, Homestead of Time. These two works were published posthumously. That is after his death. So this is the life of Paul Celan, a person who lived under the threat of death, whose relatives, parents all died in concentration camps, and losing everyone in one's life is the most ultimate sadness, ultimate experience that you can have. So there is no point why he has committed suicide. He might have suffered so much of miseries in his life. So when we go to the poem, you will understand more and more about concentration camps and World War II and its effect on people's emotions, people's psyche. So that's it. The introduction of Paul Celan. Thank you. We'll meet again with our